Today, I want to speak briefly about the importance of rehearsing your future and the scenarios that can come up on the journey to meeting your husband. I believe that this particular episode is really important because a lot of women have missed their husband as a result of biases that they carry that they are unaware of. So, what I teach in the inner circle is I teach women there how to rehearse in different scenarios, how to rehearse different scenarios when they are meeting men, especially. Well, so it could be men, women. And I spoke about how you should make sure to treat everybody courteously with love and kindness and equality. But particularly, I'm speaking about men because we're talking about meeting your husband. And I want to teach you how to rehearse different scenarios. So let's say you are a person who works in the hospital. You could be a nurse, a doctor, a lab technician. Is that not how they call it? A lab scientist. Anyways, you could be a medical practitioner working in a hospital, and your spec, you have been told and sold to that your spec is tall, dark, and handsome. But you are now learning from SAGENEL that no, those are not the things that make up a great marriage. So I'm going to change my spec from what the media has sold to me to what truly really matters. Now, it is not easy to make this transition as simple as it sounds because it is a lot of mind work that the media has done on the minds of a lot of people, and it takes a lot of intentionality and constant self discovery and rediscovery to make sure that you are washed away of all of those brainwashing. So the scenario playing looks like this. You sit maybe after a video like this, or where you're just having meditation, you sit and you ask yourself and play it pictorially. What, how am I going to react if I see a short man who is fair? Maybe you own store dark and so if I see a short man who is fair and maybe not so facially attractive, how's my reaction going to be? Versus how am I going to react if I see a tall guy who is dark and is facially fine? The guy is fine. How am I going to react? As you're listening to me, you already have a calmer disposition, a less defensive disposition towards the dark tall guy who is fine according to you. Even if you have seen Shege from dark tall guys, it's amazing. It's amazing with women. Even if they've shown you serious pepe. If you're not a Nigerian audience, it means if you've been through a lot, if you've been hurt, if they've shown you serious pepe, the tall, dark, and handsome narrative played to you or shown to you by the media is still playing in your head. So the ability to be a bit more, calmer, to want to have to be more receptive towards this person, to want to, have a conversation with this person beyond just hi, is going to be like 70%. Now, with the short guy, because no, hardly are short guys sold as spec. If you don't rehearse and prepare scenarios ahead of time, when the short guy comes, even if the guy is going to potentially be your husband, you're already going to be rolling your eyes on. You're going to already be giving off energy that says, stay away from me. I'm not interested in you, even if this guy has all of the qualities it takes for him to be your husband. And the tall guy doesn't. This doesn't mean that it's short guys that are husband materials and tall guys are Yoruba demons, like it is usually called. That's not what I'm saying. Or that your husband cannot come in a fine package, or all of those. When I say these things, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm teaching through this scenario, through playing scenarios in your head and preparing your mind even before it happens, is that you work on your bias because you don't know. You just don't know who that person may be. And the first high, I said it in one other video, how to give off the right energy, whatever way it's tied to. That's what I was trying to teach there. You don't know who your husband's going to be packaged in. whose brother is going to be, whose cousin is going. You don't know. Some people they're saying, oh, some people after the first impression and they don't want to know again. So your first impression is one where you're already you're already writing this person off. It speaks volume, and you don't know where you're going to meet this person. You don't have to know the name of the person, or the person that you don't have to act nice because it's the name of somebody that you know. Okay? Or is the name of a popular person. You want to act nice, or you want to give the right energy to people generally and not be biased. Now, we're not always be in our best states at all times. So I'm not saying, oh, because you want to meet your husband, you not be uptight. Hi. Oh, even when you're feeling angry or upset. No, please, there are times where you're feeling angry or upset, be yourself. But don't, you know that there are some people, if they say, this person is coming, like I said, I'm giving the example of a hospital now, and you're working there, you still organize yourself. So as much as possible, just try. Just try. I know a person who met her husband first, or who got her husband talking with her first when she was literally crying. She was in a bus and she was crying. So I'm not saying that, oh, now be pretending, never, that you're even going to come across as a clown because, like, hello, are you always happy? Doesn't life happen to you as well? So I'm not saying that there are not times where you can meet people and are not really in the mood, but what I would say is don't tilt towards being kinder towards a person who you think you find more attractive towards the other person. Rehearse that scenario a lot of times in your mind. That is how you can bypass that bias that has been sold to you, so that when it actually and eventually happens, you don't know, you're going to be able to have given the right person the great or the best first impression. And then you also would meet and marry the right person at the end of the day. Because I'm not now saying that, oh, you're going to marry a short man or a tall man. I just want to make sure that you are getting married to the right person and you are also meeting the right person as well. I'm Sage Nell, and I do videos like this and share it with you every week on this channel. So please come back next week for the next video. Do well to also subscribe, share your comments, ask questions in the comments, and share this video. If you want to work with me one-on-one on the journey to meeting and marrying your husband, please check the links in the description box to see how we can work with you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in my next video, but you can definitely see me in videos that you have missed. Thank you for watching.